Okay, so I just stumbled upon this mind-blowing TTS model called VoxCPM. It's tokenizer-free and claims to redefine how realistic speech can sound.
Wait, tokenizer-free. What does that even mean for text-to-speech? Isn't tokenization a standard part of how these models work?
Exactly, most TTS systems convert speech into discrete tokens, but VoxCPM generates speech from text directly in a continuous space. It's pretty revolutionary.
That's fascinating. So, what's the big deal about being able to generate directly from text? Does it really make such a difference?
Definitely, this model's end-to-end diffusion architecture allows for context-aware speech generation, which means it adapts the tone and style based on the context.
Oh wow, that sounds like it could lead to way more natural-sounding speech. But how does it handle different accents or emotional tones?
Great question. With just a short audio clip, VoxCPM can clone a voice, capturing not just the sound but the emotional nuances too. It's all about realism.
That's impressive. But I imagine there are some potential risks with such powerful voice cloning capabilities, right?
For sure, there's a big concern about misuse for creating deepfakes or impersonations. It raises ethical questions about how we regulate this tech.
Right, and even if it's intended for positive uses, could it still produce unexpected or biased outputs? That's a tricky area.
Absolutely, it's a risk. Despite being trained on a vast dataset, it can still generate outputs that might be biased or not quite right.
I see, so it's powerful but requires responsible use. What about the efficiency of this model? Can it actually perform in real time?
Yes, on a consumer-grade GPU, it can synthesize speech in real time with a remarkably low real-time factor of around 0.15. That's pretty efficient.
Wow, that opens up a lot of possibilities. But does it support other languages beyond English and Chinese?
Not really, it's primarily trained on those two. Performance in other languages is unpredictable, which is a limitation for sure.
Got it. It makes me wonder about the implications for multilingual applications. Would it be feasible to expand this capability?
It's definitely a future goal. Imagine having a TTS that not only sounds real but can also seamlessly switch between languages.
That would be revolutionary. Speaking of innovation, how does VoxCPM handle the emotional expressiveness of speech?
It uses a massive bilingual corpus to train on various speaking styles, so it adapts its prosody to match the content, which is quite advanced.
That's really neat. Emotion in speech synthesis can be such a game changer for applications like audiobooks or virtual assistants.
Exactly, but what I'm wondering is how practical is it for everyday users? Can they easily implement this technology?
They've made it pretty accessible with a demo and straightforward installation steps. But I guess fine-tuning could be complex.
Yeah, fine-tuning is where users can personalize the model, but it could require a good understanding of the tech. That's a barrier for some.
True, and while the model is open source, I wonder if there's enough community support to help newcomers.
There are a few community projects popping up that enhance the Vox CPM experience, so that's promising.
That's encouraging. It seems like collaboration could really drive further innovation in this space.
Definitely, but let's circle back to the ethical implications. How do we ensure this doesn't get misused?
It's a tough balance. Developers need to enforce strict guidelines and transparency about AI-generated content to mitigate misuse.
Exactly, and marking AI-generated content could help maintain accountability, but how effective will that really be?
That's the big question, right? It's one thing to have guidelines, but enforcement is a whole different challenge.
And what about educating users? It's crucial they understand both the capabilities and the limitations of the tech.
Totally. Educated users are much less likely to misuse the technology. It's about fostering a responsible community.
That makes sense. So if we think about the future, could we see a version of this that supports more languages and is easier to use?
I hope so. Imagine a multilingual, accessible TTS that anyone could use without needing deep tech skills.
That would be amazing, but we should keep an eye on how the technology evolves. The potential here is both exciting and daunting.
Absolutely. It's like we're standing on the brink of something huge, but we need to tread carefully.
Definitely, this whole conversation really highlights the fascinating interplay between innovation and responsibility.
And it leaves us with so many unanswered questions about the future of AI in our daily lives.
Exactly, I'm excited to see where this journey takes us, but we have to remain vigilant about the implications.
For sure, let's keep the conversation going as new developments unfold.